Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks.
I killed him! I killed him, though! That's bullshit! I killed him! That is bullshit.
Wentz now on first down. Backing up. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's second down. And a peek at the offense. And Matthews, a guy that we have to talk about.
And Jordan Matthews, Brandon, is an anomaly. Normally a long receiver plays outside. He likes to work out of the slot. Does a terrific job absorbing punishment and catching the football.
Ertz over the middle. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
On second down, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. Give him 8 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And that is incomplete.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
Ooh, that's taking a real chance on the opening drive of the ball game. I get wanting to be aggressive, but you don't want to leave your defense in a bad spot right away. Fortunately, they're able to convert here on 4th down.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. And that'll bring up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This will be caught just inside the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz goes underneath for Sproles. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
They're going to run. It's Sproles. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after.
What?
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip.
By the lead.
For the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Oh, he's going to take a shot looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They begin the drive with Ryan Matthews. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
So still in search of the first down after that last completion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Throwing now is Wentz. A dump off to Sproles. Doug Pederson keeping the offense on the field. They're going on fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 7 on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Buying time to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, the hit pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Even if it is, this is going to be impressive.
Here we go.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. And Matthews has it right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Ryan Matthews on third down. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any time.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Mike Bennett, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 2nd down, Ryan Matthews. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Brandon, with the last couple of plays for the offense not being good at all, my thought process as a coordinator, get the ball in the hands of my best player and see if I can salvage anything out of this drive.
So the D-line's going to spread out. To throw, it's Wentz. Green Beckham has it over the middle. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. Time running out here on the play clock. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And for Rawls in his 2 playoff games, Charles, it was yin and yang. He had 164 yards in a wild card win over Detroit, but those numbers crashed down to earth against Atlanta. 11 carries, just 34 yards.
And it was that kind of a year for Thomas Rawls. Remember, he started the season injured from an injury in 2015. And then as he came along, started to gain some momentum, got hurt again. So it was a tough season for him. I think Seattle's going to continue to look to add to the running back position through the draft, free agency. They like to have a lot of runners around.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him to first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the roughing the passer penalty, 15 yards. And Charles, the defender, needs to know to stop there.
We've been talking about it for years. You essentially get one step after the quarterback throws his pass. Anything close to that or beyond that, you're going to get flagged.
Here's Wilson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Their big tight end. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Okay.
Hauschka to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
You're
exactly right.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Mike Morgan coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some room to roam now. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. He's got some breathing room.
The fuck is y'all
and
doing,
he'll cut it. Ryan Matthews.
Hey, Rod.
Touchdown, Philadelphia. Ryan Matthews, 62 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, and it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids.
He's got it at the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Throwing again here, Wilson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards and it moves the sticks. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Wilson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. And now it's 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Wide open.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They just do the same.
And he cuts it left and now room to move. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards on the ground. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Wentz steps away to his left. This will be caught at about the 5. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
I don't know if I'm lazy doing. I can't even see shit.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And he's in. Touchdown.
Son, what did you just have me looking at? Come on now.
Ryan Matthews as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those can be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This will be taken very short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year, that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year, he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Wilson to throw. Complete. Richardson has it. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but, boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. Here comes the D swarming to the line. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Shift together here from the D-line. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Wilson will throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Benny Logan. He's the one that gets gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Wilson in the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. In the slot on the right is Graham. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And able to find Graham, complete. 19 yards there on the pickup. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. And quickly they get to the line. Now Wilson, Baldwin with it over the middle. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. They're able to locate Wilson. Give him 18 yards on that one. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Wilson, the grab made by Curse over the middle. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going up.
And that's Curse for the Seattle touchdown, hauling it in. Jermaine Curse from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Wentz.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Here's Wentz to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Donnie Jones, an original 7th-round pick of the Seahawks, on to punt it away.
What's the...
And a fair catch signaled for.
Oh yeah, them cookies and you threw the cookies. Yo, these cookies is good.
On the punt with no return.
Give me 2 more.
Give me 2 more. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
I like they
and the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On second down, here's Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll be taken down, not before he gets into enemy territory. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here
when the girl
to begin
tried
quarter
tasing
number 4.
Huh? Like your girlfriend, bro, that shit was hilarious. Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
Fresh set of downs here.
You seen the McDonald's done with the other fat nigga?
Trucks through him. Oh, man, right through him. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the
Oh, my God.
It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity to protect the pass, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys.
Drilled that cookie at his ass.
Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Nigga here with his arms out.
And Selleck here, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a quarterback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Escaping the pressure right.
Let's get it.
Lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part.
He was at Walmart eating chips and shit.
I thought you were going to say they need
Watching
to
TV with a shirt on.
Hey, Mo, yeah, with his shirt and with his drawers on,
And a
fool.
white nigga walked up. He started giving a white nigga
pick up on first down.
White nigga told
That's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to figure out how to leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they dropped it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Two-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now it's Wilson going for the deep ball. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening.
It's all you big as hell, too.
Ended up with a solid game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. At 5 yards on the play there, it's a drive will continue. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw is Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. On second down, Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play. To me, that's a terrific run on first and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
Flush to his right. Touchdown, Seahawks. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Hauschka to send this one away following the score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new roll as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. They come up in an offset eye. They'll come out in the pistol. Wentz to throw. Left side caught by Matthews. The 20, 10, 5. And all at the end, he stripped.
Off the ball. Aye, sweet. Aye, sweet as
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, y'all, he's sweet as shit, y'all. I know you mad as shit right now, good. Hey, I'm about to win. Hey, hey, this nigga just broke the jump, right? He stopped at the goal line, tried to play with me. My niggas finally caught up to him and hit him. This nigga fumbled at the goal line.
They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
He's back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit.
Why the fuck is bitch ass in the game? He just blew me dropping the ball.
Man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Damn.
Try and set up the screen.
Ain't
it's
nobody
complete.
gonna block.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. And that is
he didn't even.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've kind of got a situation here. Still 3 timeouts defensively, so maybe you try to run. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
It's got to be on PC, so it's how he's positioning the car so perfectly.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. A handoff left. It's Ryan Matthews. And able to push it. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now wins, and it is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle.
I see it clear now. I see it so clear.
They
I want to see it. They do not want to see
drop the
it.
hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The handoff as they run the counter play. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. And out now come the Seahawks. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one. Whether you're able to get into field goal range, or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself...
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Oh, shit.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. In the slot on the right is Graham.
Basically too late.
Throwing now is Wilson. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will be out of bounds here with 0s on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
I got to send your feet. I got to see 2 something.
Okay. Little old about to graduate. You go to Luke, funny
so
man.
That'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
Cooking that chick?
With that, we say good night from Seattle.
Dude,
what else you cooked?
Yesterday. I think it was bugs. That shit was crazy. Hey, yo, that shit's crazy. I don't know. My heart froze. It ain't funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. Not funny. I'm laughing at it, but it's not funny. It's dead serious. It's not funny. Not funny. What's that?
Your boyfriend's got a cauliflower, and I'm a so sue me. Who you judge, Judy? Stacking the rubies if life was a movie, then you could just call me the Goonies. You're not relevant, trolling on the internet. No respect, haven't moved out of your parents' basement yet. Big neck, coming with the beat that's gonna break your neck.
Yeah, you gonna fuck on your widow.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? If you like it loud, we can make it loud. Can you hold it down? Cause we can hold it down.
Now you can come and hit my phone.
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Going down. You run the whole town. Get blown down. Maybe that's my whole round.
Yeah, you can hear me now.
Those sounds.
Turn it up to 11. Going up.
Hungry as shit, man.
Man, I swear.